as a whole, I can't really fool with a lot of them cats like that. I'll be trying, but I need to understand what you're saying a little, kind of. Don't make me feel that old, guys. Like, that's how they make me feel. So I'll be listening, like, what are you saying, though? What are you saying?
I think that's by design, man. It's kind of it's disheartening, man, because there's so many dope artists out there that could really get off and represent. Because hip hop is the only genre that does that. You know what I'm saying? We age out our listeners, we age out our actual artists, and it's kind of like it's counterproductive because you can't really. That's not a sustainable model. You can't.
Well, it's evolved though, because I think because of our generation, especially, and probably like I say Generation X too, combined with that, they are making hip hop be something that is evolving into something that people older I still listen to. Like, we are, because I knew when I heard Biggie on V103 that it was official that I was not in my 20s anymore, and I definitely was in my 30s, because they never played rap music on that station. But
I'm gonna tell you why that's very niche.
Over.
I'll tell you why that's very niche. Because a lot of the oldie stations kind of just started adopting things based on the window of time, right? So you're gonna get a lot of rap in those playlists. However, most of the people who just regular listeners, they be listening to whatever the hell the young people be listening to in context of like Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion. I know a lot of fucking 40-something-year-old women be turned up some fucking Meg or some Cardi come on like they fucking 20 years old, and then the dudes be on, you know what I'm saying, they be listening to Fabio Foreign and shit like that. They still be want to still live out they gangster youth or whatever the fuck that is. But when you take somebody like a legacy act like Snoop put out a dope album, you know what I'm saying, back on Death Row.
Yeah.
Most of the people who you would expect to be listening to it
wasn't listening to it.
Even listening to it. The only thing they were listening to is that popular shit.
You know what, man? I can't even front. I listened to that album once or twice, and I didn't really go back to it. But I like other artists more. So that's not a fair comparison either, because Nas, I know I listen to every album he put out multiple times.
You are a Nas fan.
Yeah,
but I'm a Snoop fan.
And that's what separates you from like common people.
With Snoop album in a way, but I didn't get bored with Nas's album. And then it's not an age thing either, because you know my main person I listen to since I'm probably the past 10 or 12 years has been Currency, and he my age, he 40, you know, so it's like I like people that's my age still. I'm not trying to go back. However, the people that I like make music that sound very, very current. Like even to Snoop, you know, even though I listen to his album a ton, that album is probably one of his best albums in a long time. It's very current. The beats are good. He has some good guests on there. I think he has some young guys on there too, and that works. So, you know, I mean, people get to that stuff late. Like, I like one of his albums he put out some years ago called Kush. He had Stevie Wonder on there.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Like R&B vibe to that. So
I like that album. That was a good album.
I just think like the quality of what artists are putting out is kind of like it's stifled by like them trying to, I mean, make obvious attempts at trying to like cross that line, and well, I won't even say cross the line, kind of like straddle that fence. So they want to appear current, but they don't want to.